A compression fossil is formed when plants or animals are placed under physical pressure by layer upon layer of sediment. Over a great period of time, this hardens into rock. It's very common to find fossils form this way along rivers and lakes, where the sediment quickly encases an object before it has time to decompose. In a process known as carbonization, a plant can be reduced to a carbon film that displays the fine details of the fossil. So to illustrate how these fossils are formed, I'm going to use moist clay, a leaf, and a layer of sediment in the form of powdered pigment. When dry, these shimmering, colorful fossils can be pendants or ornaments. Let me show you how it's done. First, you go out into nature and gather some materials to fossilize. Plants and leaves, of course, seed pods, shells, sticks. For best results, choose something that has some strength. Delicate flower petals will probably not withstand the pressure needed to make a print. Next, get some air-dry clay. Roll about a 1-inch ball between your hands and then flatten it, like so. Next, choose some plant material. Place it where you'd like on the clay. And then if we use a roller, we'll be able to flatten it a bit more and get those leaves to stay down into the clay. Now let's add some of that beautiful color. This is Pearlex powdered pigment. It comes in 50 gorgeous colors, each one made with powdered mica, so each color is as shimmery as the next. Now you could use a brush, but I prefer just to dig my finger in there and apply it like so. You can see I'm pressing it into the clay and going right over the top of the leaf. If you'd like, you could take a second color or even a third. You can see how they blend together. You can get some really beautiful effects that way. After you're finished with the front, if you'd like, you can turn it over and put pigment on the back side as well. Now, let's remove the leaf and take a look at that gorgeous detail. Now, we could leave this white as is, or if you'd like, you could take a small brush and maybe a contrasting color and just brush that over the top like this. Now, the edges of the fossil could be left natural if you prefer, or if you'd like a cleaner look, you could just take a pair of scissors or perhaps a knife and trim away the rough edges. Now, if this is going to be a pendant, you're going to need a hanging hole before the clay dries. So just take a pencil and create a hole just where you want it to hang. This needs to dry for about 24 hours. Then it could be sealed with a clear acrylic spray or a gloss medium. It's hard to say which I enjoy most, making the fossil prints or wearing them. All the resources you need for creating your own fossil prints are dickblick.com/lesson plans.